So what is a mini session? So essentially in family portrait photography businesses, you have like this spectrum and we go from low end all the way up to high end for the client. So on the high end, which I've done those in-person 4 and 5 figure photography sales, on that end, you tend to have a lot more attention and time spent with the client. That's its own game. As you work your way down, you can get to this low end side of the spectrum, which is where mini sessions fall. And there's actually one more kind of session that is even more budget friendly for clients, and that is called the micro session. So micro sessions are their own thing. That's what I do. It is what I do for like Santa sessions. Anything that's 1 to 5 minutes, I think, could be considered a micro session. Now, mini sessions, as far as I can see from all the research that I've done out there, just looking at other photographers' sites, mini sessions tend to run 10 to 20 minutes. So 20 minutes is kind of on the upper end. I have seen some that have run them for 30 minutes. And actually, that's where I started. I started at a 30-minute mini session just because I was not super confident in my ability to produce a really good gallery in less time. But in general, photographer mini sessions tend to run at that 10 to 20 mark. All right, now, before we get into more about mini sessions, I want to tell you, you can make money, a lot of money, at any of these. Just because you are charging a small price on the micro or mini end does not mean that you need to be a poor photographer at all. All right, so if you're going to shoot this 10 to 20 minutes, or even if you're interested in doing micro sessions that are 1 to 5 minutes, how do you make money? So the very simple answer is that the name of our game as micro or mini session photographers is that our hourly earnings should be pretty high. Now, mine are usually in the $2,000 per hour range. I think the last time I did my numbers, I was at $2,250 average hourly. $1,000 an hour, I think, is super easy to hit. So you do not want to be undervaluing your time as you get into this. You want to be making a lot per hour. All right, now, as you get into mini sessions, you can split and go a couple of different ways with how they are a part of your business. All right, and I've got advice for you on those two ways of doing it. So the first way that you could do mini sessions is as a supplement to the other things that you do during the year. And the other way that you can do it is as your main focus, which that is what I'm doing now. Yes, I do other kinds of photography during the year. I do headshots and branding and Santa micro sessions. I may occasionally shoot like a newborn or like a concepted family shoot. But for the most part, a large part of my annual revenue comes from mini sessions. So you can choose one of those two paths. Now, here's my advice on both of those paths. If you are going to do minis as a supplement to what you normally do during the year, let's say that you are a newborn and family photographer and you can get plenty of full-sized sessions scheduled during the year, then your mini session really needs to be quite different from your normal offering. So on the back end, behind closed doors in your business, I would want you to define a specific differentiator between your normal session and your mini session. And that may be as simple as the bulk of my business is newborn, and then I do these mini sessions. That's an easy differentiator, right? So newborns happen in your studio or in your client homes, and then mini sessions are outside in parks. That's easy. They look very different from each other, and your clients are not going to get confused about why one kind of session is so much lower in price than the other kind of session. You can easily justify $2 to $4,000 spend on the newborn side and $200 to $400 on your mini session side. Or if you're a family photographer, it gets a little bit more dicey, but you could define your differentiator in terms of planning. You could say, for my mini sessions, I decide I'm picking the park I'm calling the shots. But for my regular family sessions during the year, these are fully concepted around something that makes your family unique. We may do a 45-minute session when we ride bikes and go get ice cream cones. So make sure that you are very clear on your end about what that differentiator is, and then inject it into your marketing wherever you put marketing, on Instagram or on your blog or whatever. Just make sure that you are talking about how those two types of sessions are really different. Now, if you want to do mini or micro sessions or a combination of the two as your main squeeze during the year, and I'll tell you the reason I do them as my main thing is that I'm a single mom. So I've got really set childcare hours, and the hours that I am going to spend on a weekend just need to be very few and far between. I really don't want a life where I'm like, see ya, kid, during the week, and then see ya, kid, during the weekend. My time with my child is very precious. And so to block shoot time to very specific days, like 10 days a year or 10 weekends a year, whatever I'm choosing that year, that's about all I want to do. I'm willing to give up a few weekends, but I just don't want it to be the way my child remembers growing up, being with a babysitter on the weekend all the time. So that's why I do it. You might want to do it for a different reason, but I think it is really great as a strategy if you need to condense what you're doing to very set times and not have your shoots just spread out on Saturdays and Sundays throughout the year. So here's my advice if you are building it as your main business. And my advice is be patient. So yes, if you run a high-end portrait business, you are going to get those large chunks of change per sale. Back when I was doing in-person sales for higher end portrait sales, my sales average, I think, was around $5,000 or $6,000. So I know right off the bat, you're like, well, why wouldn't you want to make $5,000 or $6,000 per every single client versus 5 to 10 grand on one Saturday, but you have all of these sessions? And I'll tell you why, just to demystify where all this sits. So when you have high-end clients that spend $5,000 or $6,000, you're going to find less of those clients in any market. It's a big commitment. And in my metro area, there are plenty of those clients, but you just book less of them as the year goes on. So in both businesses, you have a threshold that you need to meet before you are going to hit your salary goal. And when you are handling those higher end clients, you're not keeping $5,000 or $6,000. You've got cost of goods coming out, which is going to be 30 to 50%. So bye-bye 30 to 50%. And then you've got to have a little bit held over to keep in your business to handle things like marketing or overhead or software or whatever it is you buy to make your business go. And then you can keep it. With mini sessions, I need a lot less overhead, so I do not need a location. There is no brick and mortar that I have rented or bought to shoot those mini sessions in. And then generally, I have very little cost of goods. Like those mini sessions, as you probably already know, what they're interested in are digital files. So that's the bulk of what I am selling. Now, there can be a cost associated with digital files. There's definitely a time cost. You're going to edit those files. And then if you're like me, you may pay an editor to edit the files. So there's a cost there. But per client, I keep a greater percentage of what I earn on a mini session than I do on a high-end boutique client where I'm handling a ton of framed pieces and mini albums and all that sort of thing. So it's a different life. It has different products. I loved my high-end business. It's really fun to make products and see them hang on the wall, very gratifying. But my spot in life is just a spot where I'm not going to choose that for now. And who knows, in 5 years, 10 years, I might go back to it. But for now, kind of rocking and rolling on these mini sessions, and I really like it. So to recap, mini and micro sessions are something that you may want to do as a supplement to your business, or you may want to build up and be patient and get them rolling as your full-time business. Both of these kinds of family portrait photography have their own pluses and minuses, and it's really just up to you to decide where you are in real life and what you want to choose to do. Now, I will say, if you choose minis, if you're kind of getting excited about mini sessions and you're like, the price tag feels more palatable to me, I feel like I'm not scared of offering something at that price to my families. The concentrated amounts of time that I'll shoot, I like that. The fact that I can build up to a six-figure business kind of draws me in. If that's what you're thinking and you are employed full-time in a 9 to 5, I would say you are actually in the perfect position to do a great six-figure mini session business if you just stay in your 9 to 5 and build this up slowly over time to where there comes a day when you're like, I'm making six figures from mini sessions. Why am I staying employed full time? So if that's you, stay there. If you are a photographer like me who just kind of launched into photography and you're already, this is the main business already, I would say still be patient. Your key takeaway is that you're going to need to build this up over time. And you may only make $25,000 on your first fall season. And you're like, well, that's not enough. So if that's not enough for this year, if you're doing the math and you're like, even if all my clients that booked me this year for a mini session, it still wouldn't be enough. Then you need to work out a little strategy of how are you going to do this? How are you going to build it up? How are you going to kick over to this other way of running your business? All right, so this video is actually part of a 4-part series called Get Mini Rich. And in the 4-part series, I'm going to go over kind of overview of this mini session business and how it could be your business if you choose to go with it. In the second video, we're going to go over all the things you need to know about marketing minis. They are a little bit different than other kinds of business, so I'm going to flesh out how you might market your minis during the year. And then in the third video, we're going to go over shooting a mini. So it's really different than a full session of 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Or hey, if you're coming out of weddings, it's totally different. You don't have a whole day. You've got 10 to 20 minutes. So we're going to go over how to shoot that session and what the strategy is behind how to use that 10 to 20 minutes. And then in the fourth video, we're going to go over how to make that sale on the back end in your gallery, because this is a very important part of mini sessions. All right, so I hope you watch the next videos in this series. The second one that I would recommend watching is the marketing video, and I will link that below. And if you're just ready to jump in and take a course and knock this out and know all there is to know, I do have a very low cost course. It's called the High-End Mini Session Blueprint. And it's basically the full arc of everything that I know about marketing, shooting, and delivering mini sessions as a part of your business. And I do hope you subscribe to this channel because I am dropping a video just about every day, mostly about mini sessions and some about photography in general and this crazy life we call running a photography business. So subscribe so that shows up in your feed tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video.